Acceptance. Welcome back to Soulmaker, where we explore the stories that shape us, the moments that define us, and the journeys that make us who we are. Today, we're diving into a story of acceptance, a story that reminds us that true worth isn't found in accolades or awards, but in the strength of our spirit and the impact we make on the world. The Whispers of Ambition. Our story begins with Erin, a quiet, introspective girl navigating the tumultuous waters of high school. She's a good student, a dedicated volunteer, but she doesn't crave the spotlight. She's happy in her own company, finding solace in books and music. Erin's world is a tapestry woven with the threads of routine. The familiar scent of old books in the school library, the rhythmic tick-tock of the clock in her history classroom, the hushed murmur of conversations in the cafeteria, all these elements are the soundtrack to her life. She's content in this familiar world, content with her own company, her thoughts a symphony of words and ideas. Then, the nomination arrives. The National Junior Honor Society. Suddenly, the quiet rhythm of her life is disrupted, replaced by a whirlwind of emotions. Pride whispers in her ear, acknowledging her achievements, but doubt quickly follows, questioning her worthiness. Erin is a good student, a dedicated volunteer, but she's also a quiet observer, a dreamer lost in her own world. The application, a formal request for self-promotion, feels like a betrayal of her true nature. She hesitates, afraid to expose the intricate workings of her soul to the scrutiny of others. The shadow of rejection. The application submitted, Erin tries to push it out of her mind, focusing on the familiar comforts of her routine. She loses herself in the world of Shakespeare, her voice echoing Hamlet's soliloquies in the privacy of her room. She joins the school play, her character a shy but determined young woman, a reflection of her own internal struggles. The world of the stage, with its bright lights and demanding rehearsals, offers a temporary escape from the anxieties swirling within her. But the shadow of the NJHS application lingers, a constant reminder of the unknown fate awaiting her. The bitter taste of disappointment. The school bus drops Erin off at her doorstep. She rushes inside, the air filled with the familiar scent of her mother's baking. "Mom," she exclaims, her voice barely a whisper, "I got the letter. They didn't pick me." Her mother freezes, her hand hovering over the keyboard. "What?" she asks, her voice a mixture of disbelief and concern. Erin's heart sinks as she hands her the letter, the official rejection from the NJHS committee. Her mother reads the letter, her brow furrowed, her eyes searching Erin's for a sign of understanding. "Oh, honey," she says, her voice laced with sympathy. "I'm so sorry." The words feel hollow, a poor substitute for the comfort Erin craves. She feels betrayed, her efforts seemingly disregarded, her dreams dismissed. The sting of rejection, a wound that runs deep, leaves her feeling vulnerable and exposed. A story of strength. Erin confides in her parents, her voice a trembling whisper, revealing the ache in her heart. Her father, ever the engineer, focuses on the logic of the situation, suggesting a more structured selection process. A clear set of requirements that leave no room for ambiguity. Her mother, always the champion of justice, proposes an appeals process. A chance for students to voice their concerns, to have their voices heard. Erin, emboldened by her parents' support, joins their call for change. She feels a surge of determination, her voice gaining strength as she articulates the need for transparency and fairness in the NJHS selection process. She speaks of the importance of knowing why, of understanding the reasons behind a decision, of having the opportunity to learn and grow. The power of change. The school principal, moved by Erin's passionate plea for change, assures her that the committee is open to suggestions. He promises to consider their ideas, their hopes for a more inclusive and transparent system. Erin feels a surge of pride, a sense of empowerment knowing that her voice has been heard, that her words have sparked a change. As the weeks go by, the sting of rejection slowly fades. Erin's initial disappointment is replaced by a renewed sense of purpose. She continues her volunteer work, her passion for service reignited by the injustice she faced. She continues to excel in her classes, driven by a desire to prove that her worth is not defined by a single piece of paper. The night of graduation. Graduation night arrives, a bittersweet occasion filled with excitement and anxiety. Erin stands in front of the mirror, her graduation gown a stark contrast to the worn jeans and t-shirts she usually favors. Her older sister, her fingers weaving Erin's hair into a graceful braid, compliments her on her choice of dress. Its emerald green hue complementing the sparkling necklace her mother had given her as a graduation gift. The ceremony begins, the familiar faces of teachers and classmates blurring together in the bright lights. The principal's speech is filled with clichés and platitudes, but his words are genuine, his enthusiasm infectious. He speaks of the importance of hard work, of perseverance, of making a difference in the world. Then, he announces the names of the NJHS inductees, the alphabetical listing a stark reminder of Erin's absence. She feels a familiar pang of sadness, the echo of rejection resonating in her chest. A moment of recognition. As the applause for the NJHS inductees dies down, the principal pauses, a mischievous glint in his eye. "One of our teachers," he says, his voice booming across the auditorium, has nominated a student for a special New York State award in recognition of her scholarship and civic involvement. This award, given to students who demonstrate exceptional academic achievement and a deep commitment to their community, is awarded to Erin Miller. Erin's heart leaps in her chest, a jolt of pure joy coursing through her veins. She jumps to her feet, a wave of disbelief washing over her. She rushes to the stage, the weight of the medal, the inscription, for outstanding achievement and service. A tangible symbol of her accomplishments, settling in her hand. She can't stop grinning, her face a radiant beacon of joy. As she sits back down, the principal's voice fills the air once again. The award for the best German language student, he says, his voice ringing with enthusiasm, goes to Erin Miller. Again, Erin pops out of her seat, a whirlwind of surprise and delight. This is turning into the best night of her life, a night she will cherish forever. The oak that held its ground. The ceremony ends, the graduates file out, the chatter of excited voices filling the air. Erin's friends surround her, their congratulations heartfelt, their smiles genuine. She hugs them, the warmth of their affection filling the void that had been a constant companion for months. Dee, her best friend, her eyes twinkling behind her glasses, looks a little sad, her usual effervescence dimmed. Erin knows just how she feels. Dee hadn't won any awards that night, her own achievements going unnoticed. Erin reaches out and gives Dee a tight hug, her voice a whisper in her ear. "Freshmen rule," she says, a mischievous grin spreading across her face. "Yeah, we do," Dee replies, her eyes sparkling with joy. As Erin walks out of the auditorium, the night air crisp and cool. The weight of the NJHS rejection, of the awards she hadn't won, seems to lift. She realizes that the true reward wasn't the recognition, but the journey itself. The experiences she had encountered, the lessons she had learned. The challenges she had overcome, had shaped her into the person she was, a person who valued service. Who embraced learning, who refused to be defined by a single moment or a single decision. The greatest oak, she thought, as the moon painted the night sky in silver and black, had once been a tiny nut who held its ground. And so was she. I hope you enjoy this story of acceptance, a reminder that we all have the power to shape our own destinies. To find our worth in the journey, and to grow into the strongest versions of ourselves. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Soulmaker. Let us know what you thought of this story in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts, your experiences, your own stories of resilience and acceptance. And be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Until next time, keep making your soul shine.